It's hard for us to talk to anybody for us. He gives it to us just the way we need it, right? So if I'm considering myself a child of Jesus, a child of God, I can't sugarcoat life to say, okay, well, it's okay. Well, we'll walk around this and we don't have to deal with this. No, because that's a fear of yours. Stop running from stuff. Face it head on, knock it down, and keep it moving. Now, I ain't telling you go out here and be violent against folks who you think are your obstacles. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm saying whatever is stopping you from moving forward, you have to realize it. Realize it. So that's all about revealing and releasing. Reveal and release. Reveal those fears, reveal those doubts, reveal those behaviors that's keeping you backed up, and then let it go. Let it go. It's not doing you any good to hold on to it. It's not doing you any good at all. And so that's the main lesson that I really want everybody to get from my presentation tonight is have faith and perseverance, knock the obstacle down, and reveal and release. Let it go. Don't hold on to stuff. Don't hold on to it because it's not going to get you anywhere. It's not going to get you anywhere. And so, again, Melanie, thank you for allowing me to come on to share an empowerment message. And I really pray that this is helping those that are here, and that those that get the replay, that it'll help them as well. I really pray that it helps everybody. Do you know if there's any other questions? If you have any questions, let me know. And again, you can reach me at Woman on the Verge Media. I'm available. You can schedule a talk with me. We can have a good talk. We can have a good time. I can share some things with you. You can share with me. You're speaking in confidence. I don't go out and sharing everybody's business. You know, during this whole quarantine phase, I just realized that I am an introvert. Oh my gosh. I am an introvert. I love being alone. I see the foot. I see the foot. I see the foot. But I am an introvert, and I mean, I absolutely love it. I didn't realize that I would love being home 24/7, not really going anywhere. I mean, I haven't left my house since the beginning of March. I'm very serious. I have not left my house. My children have not left the house. We are outside in the yard, but we do not leave the house. My husband has left the house maybe twice, and that's just to go down the street and come right back. We don't leave the house. Like, we are staying safe. We're staying healthy. We're staying our butts in the house. And so, again, I would love to talk to anybody that needs, more talk, that needs a little more guidance, that needs some help, that just needs a listening ear. I'm here for that. I'm here for that at all times. And so I'm opening that up to you. If you reach out and say, hey, I'm serious about that talk, I'll schedule a time so we can have a conversation. Free of charge. I'm not going to charge anybody for it. Just a conversation. I love to connect with other women. I love to connect with other women and hear what you have on your mind, because a lot of times when somebody comes to me, it's a God driven thing. Is they were driven by God to contact me, and 9 times 10 it's because we're going to do something together. We're going to work together in some kind of way, to bring something to life, to bring something amazing to life. And so I love connecting with people. I connect with great, amazing women every single day, and I don't turn down an offer because I'm just like, okay, God, I'm going to make sure I stay open to having a conversation, to the possibilities. And so I encourage all of you who need someone to talk to. I'm here to be a listening ear, not to judge you. I don't judge, and I don't want y'all to judge me either. I'm a little country girl, okay? I'm a little country girl from Louisiana. I don't want y'all to judge me for how I talk. But I pray that, again, I just pray that my message has been inspiring and motivational to you all, to bring you from where you are. Or if you find yourself going there, you can now say, okay, I heard what she said. I'm just going to have the faith that this is going to work out. So let me just, pull myself up out of it. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for sharing your story. It's really beautiful, and you're a very powerful woman.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You've persevered so long to wait for your blessing. And you never gave up. That is very beautiful. And it goes to show the power of God as well, because I know that it was not easy. And I know that through my story and through my journey, I could not do anything without him. And we have to be grateful for whatever season we go through, because he promised that he will never leave us. And
Yeah.
you're beautiful to show. You're a testimony to show of that. I'm a testimony to show of that. And it's really beautiful for others to see the preservance of God and the beautiful things that he does through our preservance. And it's very empowering. It's very empowering.
Listen.
Touch on Romans. I'm going to read from the King James. It says, therefore, being justified by faith, we have peace with God through our Lord Jesus Christ. I know that you found peace in your story, and that helped you preserve and keep your faith to keep going.
Yeah.
And it is very powerful. Once we find that strength from God, once we find that strength within ourselves, it's a very powerful tool for us to keep putting our foot forward. Because the question that was asked was a very hard question, and it's not something that is easy to respond to, because it's not about words, but it's about actions. And like you said, the mindset is very powerful. So whatever mindset you have is what helps you get through. That is my opinion. Whatever mindset you have is what will help you get through any situation that you go through. Like if you go through a tough situation and you think negative of that situation, then it will become negative. But by faith and positivity and your positive mindset and mind frame, it will help you push through a lot of things.
Yes, absolutely.
Not only that, but we rejoice in our suffering, knowing that our suffering produces endurance, and endurance produces character, and character produces hope.
Yes.
It wasn't a suffering in a sense, but at that moment you do feel like, oh my gosh, what are we supposed to do? You know what I mean? But we have that faith that is so strong, and that positive mindset that helps us focus on that faith. And it helps us produce endurance, and it helps us in the end produce hope. So hope for everything else that will follow after the faith that we have put through or put towards that situation, right? So it's very, very powerful. I want to thank you for sharing that story. It's very beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
And it's very powerful. And I pray that if you are watching right now, I'm going to open the comments right now, because I would love for you guys to share anything that you felt throughout this session. I know that.
Yes, let me know any comments about my journey. I would love to hear your comments. I do see a number of you say thank you for sharing. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. I love to share my journey. As I said, it definitely helps to give others a sense of hope and encouragement and empowerment to keep on in their own journey. So I definitely appreciate you all tuning in and just, just being here to hear it.
If there's anybody who's going through a situation right now, what would your encouraging words be to them?
If they're going through it right now, is to stop. Just stop. Stop what you're doing right now. Stop and talk to God, because that's where you're going to get your guidance from. You should stop. Don't stress yourself about it, because it's going to happen one way or the other. Our plan is never going to work out how we plan it, okay? That's the first and foremost thing that we should all know. Whatever we're planning, God is laughing at. Because our plan will never match his plan. Our plans are always much, much on a smaller scale than what he has in store for us. And so if anybody is going through a situation right now, I would absolutely tell them to just stop doing what they're doing. Stop crying, stop worrying, stop stressing, stop the actions of whatever they're doing, and just talk to God about it. Talk to God, because that's where you're going to find your answers. I promise you, that's where you're going to find your answers. If you're continuing to go on the same path of what you've already been doing, you're going to continue with the same result. So if it's not working out with what it is that you're doing, you have to give it over to God and truly give it over to him. Because there were many times that I said along my journey, okay, God, I put it in your hands, but then I go back to another fertility specialist. Okay, God, I put it in your hands, but now I'm calling an adoption agency to see if we can, start some paperwork so we can, adopt a child. So I wasn't really putting it in his hands. I was saying that I was putting it in his hands, but I was still trying to do the thing that I was praying for him to do. And so that's what I would suggest. I would suggest that you stop. I would suggest that you be still. That whole thing of being still, being spiritually still, so that he can speak to you, so that you can hear him speak to you. You can hear the downloads. You can feel the downloads, because he's going to give it to you. And it may not happen overnight, because, nothing is going to happen overnight. You've been on the same track for a long time of trying to make it happen, trying to do what you want to do. If you've been doing that for so long, it's going to take you a minute to stop doing it. It's going to take you a minute to stop doing the same actions that you've done for a number of years. And so when you are able to finally stop, when you're able to finally just put an end to it and really put it in God's hands, that's when you'll see a difference. That's when things will just start happening for you, because that's what happened for me. It took me 18 years of saying, okay, God, I put it in your hands, and I'm still out here trying to do my thing, right? But once I finally said I put it in your hands, and I really put it in his hands, and I just took my hands off of it, that was in July. That was mid-July of 2016. Mid-July of 2016, I said, okay, God, I put it in your hands. I'm no longer going to do anything but just stay grateful, stay thankful, and not worrying and not stressing myself about it, because it's going to happen if it's meant to happen. 2 months later, we're 2 months pregnant. Like I gotten pregnant at that same exact time that I knew that I given it over to God. And so it just goes to show that he is the most powerful being of all. And so when you can get to the realization of that you're not in control, that all you need to do is be still, be patient, learn perseverance to continue to persevere through your journey, it'll be okay. It's going to happen for you the same way it happened for anybody else. Okay. So that's what I would tell anybody that's going through anything right now. Don't give up. You're okay, Papa. I would tell you, don't give up. Be still and talk to God. Here's another thing too. If you're not comfortable talking out loud, one thing that I would suggest that you do is get a journal. A journal is the same thing. You start journaling, you start writing it down, because once you're writing it down, you're releasing it. You're letting it out. You may not be letting it out verbally, but you're still releasing it by writing it down. You're getting it out of your head. So I would suggest that you journal. So those are the things that I would suggest that you do. Sit, be still, stop doing what you've been doing. Get to that point of really putting it in God's hands and start journaling if you're not comfortable with talking out loud. I talk out loud every day, all day. So my kids and my husband, when they hear me talking and I haven't called one of their names, they know, oh, she's talking to Jesus. Yes, I'm talking to Jesus. It's me and Jesus time. So if you can get to that space of just, talking to him, whether that's verbally or whether that's writing it down in a journal, do that, because that's going to help you. That's what's going to help. As you can see, I have a little one that's joined as well.
I see. So thank you again so much. And I'm gonna ask you to close first. Almost, yeah. Yeah, it's an hour almost. Right, right.
You're fine. You're fine. So listen, I want to ask the ladies, have you ever had to persevere through a journey? Are you on a journey right now that you're having to hold on for? Do you have a dream and a goal or a heart's desire that you're having to hold on for? Let me know. Tell me in the comments. Let me know, what is that thing that you're holding out for? What is that thing? Because as I said, if it can happen for me, a little country girl from Louisiana that could hold out for 18 years, there's no way that anybody else cannot hold out for at least 6 months. You cannot, not hold out for a year. Like that's now because I've gone through my journey, I am much stronger and I have that patience and that perseverance that it doesn't matter how long things take. I know I'm going to succeed, at my given time. And that's in God's time, right? So, let me know what is it what are your goals? What is it that you're aspiring to achieve? Are you currently on that track right now? Or do you feel that there's something that's stopping you from taking that next step? Something that's stopping you from taking your first step, maybe? Let us know in the comments. Yeah, let us know.
Just want to close in my prayer, friend.
Absolutely. I'll close in prayer. You ready?